You have no control, you say?
We have no control over our emotions. We have no control over grief, over the people we'll grieve for. We have no control over the people we like, for whom we like. I prefer to stay away from my mother towards the end, yes.
Yeah.
I prefer to stay away. It
You-
wasn't her fault, it wasn't my fault, it was just something wasn't there.
And and your brother, as you said, there always was this.
I adored him, but he stayed away.
Oh, what do you think? Wanted to make his own way.
He wanted to make his own way. He wanted to make his own way. But the bad thing was that he only had one model.
Only had.
One model, you
Yeah.
know, and so,
Right.
as it were,
Yeah.
I was hoping that he would open up new ways for me, show me new ways. I really hoped that, but he didn't. I think just towards the end, he had a moment of closeness just towards the end, but he stayed away, and that, you know, one accepts all of this. Mm. The thing is, whenever there's a doer in a family, he always appears to the rest of the family immensely strong. No one knows that the doer is also rather frail, and
You're saying.
yes,
You have frail.
yeah, frail, yes, frail. And,
Well, people on the outside think of you as very strong.
exactly, but it's because yes,
And your critics might even say you're arrogant.
arrogant, yes,
Arrogant, sure.
yes. No, frail man, yes. Out of the frail out of the frailty comes the appearance of strength.
Okay, sure. Yeah. But you see, again, early in the letters you talk about, and maybe it's a boastful young man. I don't know.
Yes, let's hear.
But it's to me it seems to ring with truth that you say, I'm going to be a writer. I'm going to be a very good writer, and it was just sheer determination.
Yes.
Before there was any demonstration.
Yes, yes.
Determination
yes.
before. You know.
And that's an accurate definition or description of the way I went about this writing business.
Yeah.
It was the will and the innocence, and the idea of the presence of my father. And then with that, and with my background, our background, which is quite unique in writing, there wasn't anything else like it. One really had to do things in one's own way. Mm-hmm. So that's the way it is.
Yeah.
People can come after and, as it were, do versions of what one has done. But in 1955, and again right through sometime, what was done had not been done before. There were no models.
Well, some of the people that are mentioned, this is more for your father.
Yes,
Henry Swansea.
important man.
Samuel Selvon was his rival, I think. Was that?
My father's. I'll tell
Your
you.
father's
I'll
rival,
tell
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so upset me. Swansea was a producer on the BBC. He did a program. Was a producer. One of the programs he produced was called Caribbean Voices. That was an overseas regional service of the BBC, and it was, for some years, the only place where this kind of writing had a marketplace, a forum. And Swansea was an extremely good man. He was a very, very fine man. And he published my father's later stories, not published, broadcast them. And the very last I read,
You read your father's stories on?
Yes, I read the very last one, yes. And then he went to Africa, to Ghana, and he recommended that I take over the Caribbean Voices program. And that was what, in a way, rescued me from destitution in 1954. Just doing that program, getting that 8 guineas a week. So Henry gave that to me. So that was Henry. I went to see him, and he's been right. He wrote thereafter every book I wrote. He wrote letters, very generous, intelligent. I went to see him about 9 years ago. Always the qualities of generosity and intelligence, kind of old-fashioned BBC figure, very well educated, lover of writing and everything. Selvon was a Trinidad Indian writer who was born in 1923 and quite original in his way, quite original. Of a later generation from my father, and he wrote about that later generation of Indian life, and he achieved a success with the patois which he wrote for them. And that is what my father was complaining about, because Selvon's first book was published in 1953. It was called A Brighter Sun. It's very local, very regional. And my father felt he had been left behind, and he was full of grief. And after his death, it's one of the letters I do remember. I remember it with pathos because it seems to me such a silly kind of jealousy of a failed man. My mother said, he said, that boy, he's dying. My father is dying, and he says, that boy, meaning me, I don't know what he's doing with my stories. This boy, man, Selvon is now getting his book published, and I'm nothing. So, and I thought, I later knew Selvon, and when I published broadcast his work, reviewed it, things like that. Selvon then wrote about West Indians in London, had modest success. Very much a local writer, very much a local writer. The funny story about Selvon and me, I was reviewing his second book in 1955 on the radio. And in those days, when programs were recorded, they were recorded on disc, not on tape. So if you made a mistake, you created problems for everybody, Sure. And I was interviewing him, and Selvon said some banal thing, and I said in the interview, most laudable, but getting back to your wretched book. I was not the most popular man.
And he was right there when you said that?
He was right there. I was said to him, yes, getting back to your wretched book.
That's called truth-telling.
It was an awful book.
Yeah.
Awful book, the second book. He was someone who couldn't rise above what I was known as the society, being a limited society, offering limited material. He has a local reputation now, but I think by and large has disappeared here.
There was a passing reference to you, speaking of interviewing Emery Pressburger. Remember that?
Oh, really?
Did you do many interviews? Or was that a...
No, I didn't interview him. I think I wrote about him addressing a meeting, and one of these Oxford clubs. I think, yes.
Part of your journalistic days, I suppose.
Well, in a way, yes. I was, it was rather exciting, the thought of it, but it was a pointless, foolish world, not important. I can't remember anything about Pressburger. The people I remember who at the clubs, I remember Douglas Cooper, the art critic. That's the main man I remember.
There was lots there about working for various Oxford newspapers, I guess they were, or journals of some sort.
There were journals, yes,
You
yes.
were writing and also
Yeah.
editing.
Editing,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
You seem to enjoy it.
Correcting my betters.
Yeah.
I was mentally bad. I was bad in my mind at the time, and these were little periods of calm. I'm not proud of what I did as an editor. I'm not proud. No, 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 no. Not important. I like playing with print. I like the typography. I designed a few posters for societies and things like that.
Didn't your father like that as well?
He liked it too. I liked it too. So I inherited that. I inherited this great flair for typography, in fact, which I have.
Yeah. Do you? It's curious because I don't know whether often you are involved in the book jackets of your books, but some of them are awfully striking through the years, I think.
Well, I don't make them.
You don't make them?
No,
Don't you
no,
do that? Yeah.
no. They're done by professionals.
This one, as a matter of fact, is very, very strong.
Oh, really? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I have a copy here.
I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Don't show me. Keep it away from me.
You're not going to see it.
Keep it away from me.
Not
Don't
only
show
not read it, but not see it.
No, I'm too nervous of it. Too nervous of it.
Has your wife read it?
No, it's not in the house. Gillen hasn't sent the copies or anything. They're not in the house.
Very
It's hard to
unusual.
believe.
It
It's
is,
hard
yes.
to believe, but it's.
Because it is your work. I mean, that's.
I suppose later one will have it and I'll put it away in a package somewhere.
Interesting. The other books you have.
I think my heart wouldn't be able to take it. Well, my heart wouldn't be able to take it.
Well, even again, as an outsider, there's
Yes.
strong emotion all the way through.
Yes, yes.
But I would feel, obviously, for someone who is the most involved, I could see that. But you lived through it, and there should be no revelations there.
No, it's not revelation. I don't want to do it.
Reminders?
I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do it again. Those years were too awful. They were too wretched.
But also those years made you what you are, though.
Absolutely. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Crucial. Those years and the background and that strange upbringing I had in my grandmother's houses. And that being shut off from the other elements in the island, you know, in my grandmother's houses. How long is this piece going to be, Mel?
As long as I can make it. Somewhere under 2,000 words.
Yes,
probably.
yes.
There was limited.
Yes, yes, yes.
Be a nice piece. And
Yeah.
the book is coming out in New York in January, I think. I think so.
You know, I don't even know.
Are you
I
coming
don't-
over, by the way?
Yes, I'll be coming over. I think it will be on the 19th or so of January, and I'll be leaving on the 26th. So I'm spending a week. And I think Knopf are refusing to pay for 3 days or something, and I'm going to pay for the 3 days. And I'm telling them I think they're being foolish and mean and very Germanic about it.
They are, yes.
Yes, yeah. This is the Germanic people, aren't they? The
I don't know what they are.
The Bertelsmann.
That's right. Bertelsmann owns them all, don't
Yes,
they?
yes, yes,
Random
yes,
House.
yes.
Well, will they ask you to read from them? See, there again, when authors come to town, they either they do interviews, they read from their books. Certainly not.
I will read from other books.
Other books.
I'm reading at the Y.
Good.
I'll read, and I'm reading. I don't know what they've sent me something saying the Queen's reading series. Queen's
I'm not sure.
Queen's College reading series or something.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. But these are the only two.
The other books.
The only two arrangements.
That's good.
Have you gone through it? Or
Yeah.
are there other things you want to talk about?
No, I think we've pretty well. Let me just see if I made it.
I think I've talked very openly to you.
Yes, I think you've been very, very good.
I'm just worried for your sake one has been so much hopping about how you're going to order this material.
That's for me to.
That's for you to work out, yes.
And there is an order.
There is an order, oh, yes, okay, good.
And tomorrow I was having lunch with Harold, doing a piece about him as well, because he's more of an actor now. Harold Pinter starring in Mansfield Park. Are you aware of that?
No,
he plays Sir Thomas in Mansfield Park, the movie.
No, I didn't know.
It came out in New York. It hasn't opened here yet, but
Yeah, I didn't know.
it's the longest part he's played in a film ever, I think.
Yes. How long is it?
Well, he's all through the movie.
All through the movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know the book, don't you?
Years and years.
Yes.
Is it the early Jane Austen? Is it, or is that Northanger Abbey?
That's
The very early
very
one.
early. No,
Very-
this is later, and also it's the one about he's the very rich person whose wealth comes from slave owning, from slave ships off of somewhere in the Americas, and it's a family house with all the daughters and sons. And
Yes,
everything.
yes,
And he's the domineering figure of that older generation.
yes.
He's very good in it too.
He is wonderful.
Really?
He is wonderful.
Really
yes,
acts
yes,
in
yes, yes.
I think he's pleased with it, which is why he's.
Good. So you be canning all these on your tape recorder.
Yes.
And processing them.
Well, it's the two of them. That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Largely, I'm here for me, for my book. That's
Yes. Yes.
the main reason for being here, but it's a good opportunity to do otherwise.
Now I've got the, and you will tell me I go to Waterloo. I've got this thing here. You come early. You come at about from 6 to 8.
6 to 8, yeah. Let me see, in fact, I didn't. Oh, that's nice. Cathedral window. Oh, look at it foyer.
So we'll come. It's 3 o'clock now. Come at about 6:15 and leave. Stay for an hour, and then run away.
And I'd asked Harold and Tony to come too, but Harold is reading from Onegin, Pushkin.
Yes.
He's reading tonight somewhere. Harold is. Can't come.
But he would do it very well.
Reading Pushkin?
He would do it very well. Do all these
He
things.
probably will, yes. Yeah, but let's get
Has it cleared up anything for you, my talking?
yes.
Hmm?
Very
If-
interesting how we could talk about a book that you hadn't read. I love that idea. It's,
No, because you've read it, and you provide all the pointers. Shall I do this?
no. The Times going to do it.
But the
let's
Times will
get
do
a,
it.
a good signal.
Bijoy. Can we have the
Have the bill.
Thanks, sir.
And you are working on a book now, you said.
Well, actually, see, I've got to. I've got to a little bit because something terrible has happened to annuities. I had got a big annuity, big pension fund. I thought it was big. But now the annuity rates have dropped catastrophically in the last year or so. So if I were to depend on it for my pension, whereas I would have been quite well off 3 years ago if I had the same sum. Now it's so I've got to just let it stay there for a little longer. So I need to be earning for another 5 years. It's a very grim prospect, actually.
I was talking to the man at the University of Texas who's in charge of the archives. I was thinking
Yes.
of writing something about it.
Yes.
And in passing, I guess he was at Tulsa before.
He was at Tulsa, yes.
So your archives came up in passing, and I was talking about
Yes.
the whole prospect of it. And it began with, I'll try the brief version of the story, but Brian Friel has a play, which was, I guess it was here first, but now it's playing in New York,
Yes,
which is about two Irish writers,
yes,
and the conflict they have over literary archives.
yes,
The more commercial writer has very readily sold his archives to the University of Texas.
yes,
The more serious writer thinks it's a great moral issue involved. Should
Yes.
he sell his archives or not? Does this
Yes.
mean the end of his career and so
yes,
on?
yes,
And the play is fairly interesting, but I remember talking to a writer friend later about it.
yes,
about this moral conflict. And he said, there's no moral conflict. He said, if Texas wants to buy your papers, you sell them to Texas.
Yes.
That wasn't the issue at all, I didn't think. So I talked to him about this. But and I don't think there's any moral issue involved.
Where did you see, is this Staley you're talking about?
No, it's a stage play that's in...
A stage play.
That's in
No,
New York.
Staley's a librarian of the...
Yeah, but it was Staley that I had taught. We had lunch in
you
fact.
had, yes.
But I thought I might write a piece about
Yes.
the moral principle, if any, of
Yes.
selling one's
Yeah.
papers. And
I don't think there's any.
there isn't any.
Because moral, would say if my papers were there, if somebody had undertaken years ago to buy my papers, I wouldn't have lost all those documents.
That's right.
You know?
There's a safety involved.
There is the safety, the safety.
But I think one of the issues raised in the play is that the writer feels, if he in fact sells all his papers, manuscripts, everything, does this mean, in his own terms, he's at the end of his career? You see, there's sort of a career finisher.
Yes.
To do that, and the answer is no. Of course not. I mean,
Of course.
he can write more. He can sell more papers. I mean,
What I intend to do, I intend to go and spend some weeks in Tulsa, looking at my papers.
Really?
And doing some work on them.
Uh-huh.
Yes, based on them. Instead of having them at home and worrying about them, worrying about them being there, or
Well, would you perhaps come up with an idea for another book or something from the papers?
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. I'd like to try something. May I see you this evening?
Yes, very good.